Most people think wealth looks loud, flashy, and impossible to miss. They picture supercars, penthouses, watches, and vacations posted everywhere online. They assume rich people feel rich every single day, but real wealth rarely looks like that at all. Real wealth is quiet, boring, and almost invisible from outside. In fact, most people getting rich feel completely ordinary. They still budget, cook at home, and reuse the same phone. They don't feel wealthy because nothing dramatic actually happens. No fireworks go off when your net worth slowly increases. No notification says, "Congratulations, you finally made it." Money usually grows while you're distracted living normal life. That's why so many people miss the signs completely. They're getting richer, but they still feel behind everyone else. And that quiet progress is exactly how wealth really forms. So today, I'll show you 8 subtle signs, signs that prove you're building wealth without even realizing. If even 2 sound familiar, you're ahead of most people, because the rich don't wait to feel wealthy. They act wealthy first, then the money slowly follows. Let's start with the first sign. You've mastered living below your means without feeling deprived. You spend intentionally instead of reacting to every temptation. You don't buy things just because other people buy them. Your lifestyle costs less than what you actually earn. That gap might look small, but it changes everything. That gap becomes savings, options, and breathing room. Every month, money quietly stays instead of disappearing. You don't feel stressed checking your bank balance anymore. You stop chasing upgrades that never actually improved happiness. You realize peace feels better than impressing strangers online. So you cook more meals and waste less food. You keep your car longer and avoid pointless monthly payments. Friends might call you cheap or overly cautious sometimes, but secretly, you're building freedom they can't even see. Living below your means sounds simple, but few actually do it. This single habit separates calm people from constantly stressed people. And over 10 years, that difference becomes life changing. The second sign is thinking long term instead of chasing quick wins. Most people want money fast and results immediately. They jump between trends hoping something suddenly explodes overnight. Crypto today, options tomorrow, some random side hustle next month. But wealth rarely grows through chaos and constant switching. Wealth grows through patience, consistency, and painfully boring repetition. You stopped searching for shortcuts and started trusting slow systems. You invest automatically every month without trying to time markets. When prices drop, you don't panic or sell everything. You actually keep buying because you understand discounts. You think in decades instead of days or weeks. You care more about compounding than impressing anyone quickly. That mindset feels boring, but boring money usually wins. Small contributions quietly stack into surprisingly large numbers later. One day you check and feel shocked by growth. Nothing dramatic happened, yet everything somehow doubled. That's the magic of thinking long term consistently. The third sign is having a financial buffer nobody else knows. You're not bragging or posting screenshots of savings online, but money sits there quietly waiting for emergencies. It might be 3 months of expenses or maybe 6. That cash buys something priceless called peace of mind. When your car breaks, you fix it calmly. When work slows down, you don't immediately feel terrified. You sleep better because disasters aren't automatically catastrophic anymore. Most people only understand this after something bad happens. They learn during crisis when it's already too late, but you prepared before life forced you to. That preparation feels boring and unnecessary sometimes, yet it changes how you move through the world. You take smarter risks because you have protection underneath. You say no to bad jobs because you aren't desperate. You negotiate better because walking away is possible. That quiet cushion is secretly a massive wealth signal. The fourth sign appears when your income rises but spending doesn't. Most people celebrate raises by upgrading everything immediately. Bigger apartment, newer car, fancier restaurants, pricier subscriptions, everywhere. Their lifestyle expands until the raise completely disappears. Then they still feel broke despite earning more money. But something different happens with you. Your paycheck grows while your lifestyle barely changes. You still enjoy the same simple routines and habits. The extra money flows automatically into savings and investments. You don't feel urgency to prove success through purchases. You realize happiness doesn't scale with price tags anyway, so you let raises build assets instead of liabilities. Each promotion quietly accelerates your future freedom. Years later, the difference becomes enormous and almost unfair. Others look richer today, but you're richer tomorrow. That patience is what actually compounds into real wealth. The fifth sign is you stop comparing yourself constantly. Comparison used to control many of your financial decisions. Someone bought something new and you felt behind. Social media made everyone else look richer and happier. You felt pressure to keep up even when broke. But gradually, that noise lost its power. You stopped caring what others were doing with money. You realized many flashy lifestyles are financed by debt. You saw that appearances often hide anxiety and payments. Now you choose based on your goals only. If something doesn't serve you, you simply skip it. No jealousy, no pressure, no emotional spending afterward. That mental freedom protects your wallet more than any budget. Marketing loses its grip when you stop chasing status. You buy less, but feel strangely more satisfied. Quiet confidence replaces constant comparison and insecurity. And that mindset quietly keeps thousands of dollars inside. The sixth sign is money has stopped dominating every thought. When you're broke, money feels like oxygen. Every small expense becomes stressful mental math calculations. You debate every purchase and constantly feel tight. That constant worry drains energy and creativity. But now your finances run mostly on autopilot. Bills pay themselves and investments happen automatically monthly. You don't check your balance 10 times daily anymore. Systems handle the boring stuff without constant attention. That frees your mind for bigger, more meaningful questions. You think about health, relationships, purpose, and growth instead. Money becomes background noise instead of constant emergency alarms. That shift is huge even if it feels subtle, because real wealth gives attention back to your life. When money stops screaming, you finally hear everything else. And that calm focus often leads to better opportunities. The seventh sign is valuing time more than possessions. Early on, you chased every extra dollar possible. You traded evenings, weekends, and sleep for more income. Hustle felt heroic even when you felt exhausted. But something slowly changed inside your priorities. You started protecting time like it was gold. You pay for convenience instead of always choosing cheapest options. You outsource small tasks that steal precious hours weekly. You say no to commitments that don't truly matter. You leave space in your calendar intentionally. Empty time stops feeling lazy and starts feeling luxurious, because time is the one asset nobody can earn back. Money can grow again, but lost hours disappear forever. So you invest in freedom, not just returns. That shift means you're thinking like wealthy people think. They optimize life quality, not just account balances constantly. The eighth and final sign is taking complete ownership. You stopped blaming the economy, your job, or your past. You stopped saying you can't afford things helplessly. Instead, you say it's simply not a priority now. That language shift gives you control back immediately. You focus only on actions within your reach. Maybe you negotiate rent or learn new skills. Maybe you cook more or cancel unused subscriptions. Small choices stack instead of excuses stacking. You treat money like a skill you can improve. Every month you try getting slightly better. No drama, just consistent responsibility and quiet discipline. That ownership mindset compounds faster than any investment, because when you own results, you change behavior, and behavior is what ultimately creates wealth. Most people wait for perfect conditions forever. You start with what you already have today. So if several of these signs sound familiar, pause. You might already be further ahead than you think. Wealth rarely feels dramatic while it's forming. It feels slow, ordinary, sometimes even disappointingly boring. But boring is exactly how foundations become strong. Day after day, small smart decisions stack silently. Skip purchases, automatic investments, calm choices during stress. Nothing flashy, yet everything moving forward steadily. One day you'll look back and notice distance traveled. You didn't win the lottery or hit some miracle. You simply built quietly while others chase noise. And that's why your progress will last longer. Because fast money disappears, but disciplined habits remain forever. Keep going, even when it feels uneventful. Keep choosing long-term over temporary excitement. Keep protecting your time and your peace, because if it doesn't feel like you're getting rich yet, you probably are. Just quietly, steadily, and exactly the way real wealth